Let me tell you, the most powerful thing you can do as a female is to be quiet. Baby, when you be quiet, you disrupt people's demons. You show so much elegance and grace and self-discipline. That is the most powerful thing you can do. It protects your energy. You're not all ruffled up. You're not stressing. You don't react to negativity. You create an aura of confidence. If you can just be quiet, baby, you can move mountains. Quiet women are some of the most mysterious women ever. And to be mysterious, powerful.
Rych Babe, don't let that quiet demeanor fool you. Silence isn't weakness, it is strategy. The woman who learns to speak less often holds the most power in the room, okay? Hey, Rych Babes, it's Robyn Milan, and welcome back to A Rich Girl's Glow Up. Today, we are breaking down the psychology of silence and how some of the most powerful women you've ever met barely say a word. Silence isn't about submission, it is about presence, control, and mastery of emotion. So let's get right into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back shortly.
Hey, Black women. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you see this, right? So let's talk about quiet confidence. Let's be clear, right? Let's be clear. The loudest in the room probably has the least, right? Like, when you are in your power, when you know who you are, when you know what you are capable of, when you know what you have, you don't need to be loud about it. You don't need to brag. You don't need to make sure that you are seen and heard, because your energy ensures that you are seen and heard. There is something to be said about quiet confidence. There is something to be said about someone who always needs to ensure that they are seen or they are heard. There's a reason for that. And it's probably because there's nothing behind those words and actions. Nothing of value, nothing of weight, right? When you know who you are, when you know what you bring to the table, you don't have to advertise. When is the last time you saw an advertisement for a Rolls Royce? You don't have to advertise. That's quiet confidence. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of, right? I don't have to advertise that because it just is what it is.
Have you ever been somewhere and you've heard someone walk in, maybe even before you saw them, and you just thought, wow, they must be super confident to just loudly come into this space and attract the attention of everyone there? Maybe, maybe not. But you have to know that confidence does not need to be loud. Confidence needs to be certain. The other day I was in the doctor's office and a lady came in so loudly, but she came in so loudly about not being sure where she was. And it's kind of like, you brought all this attention onto yourself and you just let all of us know that you didn't have a clue basically where you were, if it was the right place or what was happening. She did end up being in the right place. However, the entrance was excessive. So know when you're in a place that you know why you're there, that you know what you're looking for. What is your goal? What is the reason? Did you do the research before you got there? Did you put in the right address to the GPS? Be certain in your confidence. Trusting and being certain in yourself is what helps build confidence and helps it to continue.
I don't know who needs to hear this today, but you don't have to be loud to lead. Having quiet confidence and authenticity can actually lead to a lot deeper connections here in the online space. So many coaches talk about being an authority and having authoritative content and polarizing content, taking a stand. That doesn't mean that you have to be like obnoxious and loud. You prioritize meaningful connections with your audience, connecting with people on a deeper level, staying true and rooted in the person that you are. That speaks volumes. When I was first starting in the online space, I was just doing what I thought I needed to do to get eyes on me. So I was super fixated on like trends and just doing stuff out of my comfort zone that I thought would land me more views, that I thought would make people like me more. What I didn't realize I was doing was I was pulling myself so far out of my authenticity. I was kind of like being someone that I wasn't so that people would look at me, so that people would watch me. So I thought that that was the only way to get people to pay attention, was to do what I thought was best rather than just like be who I am and see if people liked that version of me. Over time, if you continue to do that, you start to forget who you are. You start to lose yourself. You start to go, oh, like, but what do I like? And like, what do I enjoy? And who am I online? Who was I before everyone told me to be something, or before I listened to what I thought I needed to be from everyone else? And the journey back home to who you are, it can feel scary at times. It can feel a little bit difficult. I struggled with it a lot, but I started to notice my confidence would build when I stopped doing that, because I was like, the more I can do what's me and the less of what other people are wanting me to do, the more I can attract the people who are meant to be in my world, and the ones that aren't, see ya.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but true confidence doesn't come from how many followers you have, your outfit, or who hypes you up. It comes from knowing who you are and whose you are. Once you realize you're the daughter of the Most High, you're a daughter of the King, yeah, that changes everything. Confidence is everything. It's not loud, it's not arrogant, but it's secure. It says, I may not be perfect, but I'm chosen. I may not have it all together, but I'm covered. And when you walk with God, you don't need to do too much. You don't need to perform. You just need to show up in obedience. That is confidence. When you spend time in His Word, He reminds you that you're wonderfully and fearfully made in His image, created on purpose and for a purpose. So there's no need to shrink yourself, no need to compare, walk in boldness, because heaven backs you up. Confidence from God says, even on my worst day, I'm still seen, I'm still anointed, I'm still loved. So the next time that you feel insecure, get into your word. So you could either let them wonder where your confidence comes from, or you could just let them know it's the Holy Spirit for me.
Okay, my love. So the first concept is that silence is psychological dominance. Okay. Quiet women often make people uncomfortable, not because they're weak, but because their silence forces others to sit with themselves. When you're not oversharing or explaining, people project. They wonder, what are you thinking? If you're judging them, or if you're above it all. That mystery, it is such a power, right? So, for example, you walk into a room and say nothing. Watch how many people go out of their way to speak to you, to figure you out. That's dominance without ever lifting a finger. Okay, the second concept is speaking less protects your power. All right, say less. We live in a world where people think being loud equals to being heard. The truth is that the loudest person in the room usually lacks the most self-control. All right, a soft-spoken woman who doesn't react, that's terrifying to some. So the psychological insight with that is that your brain burns energy managing stress. The third concept is that quiet women command respect because they require it. Okay, like, let's be real, when you're the girl who isn't always laughing or over explaining or trying to be liked, people start to fall in line. You create a standard by simply not entertaining certain behaviors. You don't argue, you exit. You don't beg, you disappear. And here's the Rych Babe rule: your silence is your boundary, and your boundary is a love letter to yourself. The fourth concept is that emotional regulation equals feminine power. Quiet doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. No, it means regulating them. Women who cry in private and strategize in silence is dangerous. They know how to take heartbreak and transmute it into business plans, boundaries and better skin. Okay. So the reminder here is that he's not confused, babe. He just knows that as long as you're emotionally unstable, he has control. But your silence, that's the first step to detachment. That's when the real shift actually begins. And we talked about that in the last video. The fifth concept is that silence forces introspection in others. Silence makes people reflect. It mirrors back their behavior. That's why so many men get loud when you get silent. It triggers their guilt. When you don't chase or explain, they have to sit with themselves, and most people can't handle that type of mirror. power. The sixth concept is that when you speak, it actually means something. When you're quiet, most of the time, the moment that you do speak, people are willing to listen. You don't waste words on nonsense. So when you speak, it is so intentional, it's felt, and it usually ends the conversation. All right. That's impact. That's how real women move. The seventh concept is that silence is self-respect in action. Sometimes silence is your soft no, your graceful goodbye, your self-preservation. When you stop trying to convince and defend or prove yourself, that's when you fully step into your power. So, Rych Babes, let me just tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something. You don't owe anyone noise. Not your ex, not your friends, not the people waiting for you to break. You owe yourself peace. And the peace don't come through trauma. It comes from discipline. You don't need to cuss him out. Let your absence speak for you. You don't need to correct the coworker. Let your silence address her. You don't need to clap back. Let your glow up be the announcement. Quiet women don't compete, they build. They don't argue, they upgrade. You hear me? They don't react, they retreat, recalibrate, and then re-enter with grace and power. So silence isn't about being passive. It is about choosing your energy like a luxury item. Like you don't let just anybody, shop here. You're not on clearance rack, babe. Like for real. You're a one of one. Okay, one on one. Who remember that? Who remember that show? One on one. So the next time they say you're too quiet, smile because the loudest power plays are the ones that never make a sound. Okay. So babe, if this hits home, don't forget the Rych Babe limited edition launch. It's limited. Okay, it drops May the 30th at 6 p.m. on my website, richmilanco.com. All more information to come. Make sure that you go to my website if you're not on the email list. Okay, this is your season of soft power, silent moves, and major glow ups. So make sure you check the link in the description box and invest into your next era. I'm so excited because you were never meant to be average. You were made to be unforgettable. So become the woman who walks in the room and make people wonder. Secure the bag, protect your peace, and stay rich, Rych Babes. Love you.